Hello, hello, hello. This is attorney Mike Gravelin coming to you from Chicago. As usual, I was just over at Old Squishy Gardener's premiere. It was pretty cool. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I got a link to it in my community tab. And we finally get to hear Old Squishy Gardener speak. It's pretty good. And I have to say congratulations on 5,000. I think we can get him to over 6,000 today. I really do. Just tell people it's a good place to go because it is. But I need to say this because I shamelessly stole some of his clips again today. I didn't have a choice. It was necessity. I like to do my Friday happy hour. It's become a thing. I really like Friday happy hour, but I was doing the Depp Heard trial week and then had a busy week. Besides that, I had a long deposition. Today. I wish I could show you clips of it because in the middle of the deposition, my client's cat attacked her, like love attacked her. It was pretty good. But she did a nice job, but I don't know. It's a pending matter. I don't think I should really be having fun with that on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. But we've got some good clips today. This is just kind of a hangout. I really like the Depp Heard case, but it's nice to go back to just some good old-fashioned bad pro ses and a bad sovereign citizen. So let's get her started here.
Here. Vermeulen. Yeah. Court calls the case of People versus Eric Vermeulen.
This one was sent to me on Discord, and I'm sorry I don't have the name right now. I apologize, but thank you. That you know who you are. You sent it to me. You're on my Discord, and you're the one who sent it to me. Thank you. It's funny. We have another clip from the same date here from Old Squishy Gardener's channel, but this is a fun hearing.
Amber Harris with and on behalf of Mr. Eric Vermeulen. Mr. Vermeulen, if you are present, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Eric Vermeulen, Anthony Vermeulen. Eric Anthony Vermeulen.
Gotcha.
Your Honor, this is just a driving while license suspended. I know Mr. Vermeulen, we don't have updated contact information for him to get in contact with him. The number that is on file belongs to someone else. So I have not been able to reach him in regards to this case. So I'm unsure if he does have a valid driver's license at the moment.
He does not have a valid driver's license. Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Vermeulen.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm not good with these phones. I don't have a valid driver's license, and I want to apologize to you and taking the court's time up, but I've done everything that I possibly could to this point to try and satisfy the court. I have other dealings with another court, and they're not letting me move on. They got me set up.
Hey, LawLumber's in the house. LawLumber is one of my Depp Heard buddies, and his channel absolutely exploded. He had an awesome video because he deals with wood stuff and sort of put the lie to Amber Heard's testimony about a broken bed. Thank you.
He muted. Eric, you muted. Eric? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, someone tried to call in and it's all making all this noise. I'm sorry. So I want to apologize for taking the court's time, and please understand I've done everything to satisfy the court, both courts, and now they have me set up for another final settlement. This is my fifth one, and I don't know why they are doing that.
What court are you in?
This is the Saline Court. in Saline. I think it's 14.
Okay, have the people, okay, 14A4.
Okay.
Have the parties worked together to try to figure out what's going on at 4 as opposed, and with this?
Yes, Your Honor. If I may, Assistant Public Defender Brian J. Crago, I was representing at the time Mr. Vermeulen at 14A4 District Court before Judge Freshour, and he was before the court yesterday. He terminated the services of the Public Defender's Office. It's been a multiple times where we've been appointed, we've been removed from the case, and this is the third iteration. We were removed again at the request of Mr. Vermeulen. It was set for final settlement conference by Judge Freshour. I believe it will be for the August date in which he is again terminated the services of the public defender.
Your Honor, the reason I've been terminating the services is because this is my case and I'm going to suffer or I'm going to not. And I feel that public defenders should work for me and they're trying to make my case.
Oh, you're going to suffer. Watch Judge Simpson as usual. His expressions, the holding his face, he can't even help himself. He starts laughing after a while.
For me. I asked them to file a motion and they did not. And they told me it's frivolous. Well, this is my case. I wanted them to file a motion. I feel it's not frivolous and I have other ways to get
Eric,
even talked about it.
Eric,
Yes, sir.
how long have we been going around and around with each other?
Oh man, quite a bit.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
don't want to go around and around.
But
with you
just
this time.
listen, just listen.
Okay.
So you wanted to file a motion.
Yes,
They were
sir.
telling you it was frivolous. You don't
Yes.
think it's frivolous, right?
No. Right.
So in all this, it's got to be almost 2 decades we've been dealing with each other.
Right.
So at what point during that time did you pick up your law degree?
I didn't. But you
I
know,
didn't think so.
honestly,
I
I've
didn't
been
think you
studying.
had.
I've been
Okay.
studying law for 2
Oh.
years. Believe it or not.
Eric,
Yes, sir.
what do you want me to do?
I want you to please adjourn the case, and I would say as far as 3 months out because
That's
I
not
know-
happening.
well, I'll have to have 2 more dealings with the Saline court, I believe, and that I believe that would be a reasonable amount of time to take care of this because they set these about a month and a half out. I'd love to take care of business with you, Your Honor. Please understand, I'm keeping in touch with you, and if we just put it aside for
Eric, I can't do that. This case has been
My
going on.
mom showed me how to turn things up and stuff. You just turn this up.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Perfect.
oh, that's it.
Eric, you still there? Oh Lord. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
These phones.
It's my favorite. I've got another clip. It's my favorite when Judge Simpson goes to "Oh Lord." I don't know why it just gets me.
Can you hear me one more time?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, there you go.
All right, Eric.
But I don't know what to do. I mean, I've called, I've done everything, and it's just I have to get through this court case to get things solved out, and then maybe a little bit more.
Okay, Eric. Here's what I'm gonna do. You need to talk with your attorney on this
Yes,
case.
sir. You're kind of breaking up, but
Yeah, it's not me.
Rob, I sent you a link on Twitter. If you want to hop on, that'd be great.
But you need to talk with your attorneys on this case. Okay?
right.
And figure out how you're gonna resolve it. I'm gonna give you till June 8th. You need to come back with a resolution on this.
You know, I don't believe that's going to be ample time because I'm
Okay,
set out.
Eric.
I do want to comply with you.
Eric.
Yes, sir.
All right. Put your law degree away. Talk to your attorneys. Come back and see if you can get this resolved.
I'll talk to my attorneys, and I hope they understand this is my case. And I have to
Eric.
Yes, sir.
They don't have to understand anything. You need to
Okay.
listen. This is what
Okay.
happened last time you got convicted. You started doing stuff on your own.
Right. I
Yeah,
understand.
back when you shot the 3 deer with 1 bullet. That was your whole defense, right?
I
Remember?
understand.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So how'd that work out for you?
That didn't work out very good
Yeah,
at all.
it didn't. It
That
didn't
was
work
probably
out
the
well
worst thing that
at
happened
all
to
for
me.
you. So this
That was-
is gonna head the same way. You're
Yeah, that
trying
was the
to
worst thing that
drive.
happened to me in this whole thing.
Eric, you're trying to
Yes, sir.
resolve these driving while license suspended with that 1 bullet theory. Stop it. Listen to your attorneys.
I'll listen to him, but I hope you
see
please
you,
listen to me
Eric.
too.
I'm done.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you on the 8th.
Very good. I'll see you then. What date, time? The 8th of June, and the time is?
You'll get a notice with the time.
Okay, I'll follow up if I don't.
Usually that comes from your attorney, so you'll get it in this case. The 14-4 case, you may not. I don't know.
Okay. I
All right.
understand. They tell you you got to take care of your obligation. They don't need to remind you. So I understand. I'll take care.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Your Honor. Have a good day,
Okay.
and everybody else.
Yeah, too late, but thank you. All right. Let me try. I gotta get this arraignment out of my hand.
Thank you, Gia.
Hey, is Mr. Bernstein
Yes, everyone.
here? Court does call the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
Number 2240033 Village.
Okay, so this one I took straight from Old Squishy Gardner. It's fantastic. The only problem is he doesn't. We don't have a camera on him, but we've got a sovereign citizen showing up, just spewing his stuff. We have Judge Freshour here, who was mentioned in the prior clip, and she's been on here before. She's fantastic, but just enjoy. It's good stuff.
Manchester versus Shannon Lockhart.
Lilith for the Village of Manchester, Your Honor.
Shannon Lockhart. Defendant has failed to appear. The court will adjourn the final time.
Yeah, I am here.
Can you state your name?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here by special appearance only. You said
Can you
Shannon
state your
Lockhart.
name? Okay, thank you. Sir, you had previously waived your right to an attorney. However, if you change your mind and you would like the assistance of an attorney and you can't afford one, the court will at the public's expense. Would you like the assistance of an attorney today?
First of all, I'm here by special appearance only. And the magistrate.
That's it. That's it. It's official Friday Fez time. It's official Friday Fez time. He's here by special appearance only. Let's hear.
Dismissed the rest of these charges. It was my understanding that this is going to be dismissed as well.
So your case has not been dismissed. The magistrate didn't dismiss it. She set it for a pre.
Thank you, Judy.
Well, first of all, I'm here to help settle this matter, but I am not the defendant. I'm a man. Does the court recognize that I'm a man?
Sir, I have you listed as revoked.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sir, I see that it on the court record it says that your license is revoked.
Again, I am not the defendant. I'm here as an agent for the defendant. I'm not the defendant, and I do not.
What is
plead
your-
the defendant.
I'm happy to speak.
Sir, what is your name?
Have you not received my filing to the case that I sent to you?
Sir, can you tell me what your name is? Are you Shannon Lockhart?
I sent you who I am. I sent you who I am in writing. I answered the
Sir
court in
Lockhart,
writing.
I don't have any of that documentation. I'm asking, are you Shannon Lockhart? Because if you are not Shannon Lockhart and you haven't filed an appearance, you can't speak for him. So I just need to know.
I'm not the defendant. I am a man. My name is Shannon Malone of the Lockhart family. I am not the defendant. I'm not a
Shannon Malone of the Lockhart family, in case you didn't catch it. Oh, Lord.
corporate fiction. I'm a man.
Okay.
Do you
So
understand that?
you are the named defendant in this case.
No, I am not
Nada.
a defendant.
Sir, you
I
are
am not a
currently
defendant.
Sir, you're currently
I'm
not.
not a corporate fiction.
Sir, when it's my turn to talk, it's my courtroom. I get to talk and you have to listen. You are not represented by an attorney. If you
Thank
would
you,
like
Amanda.
to be represented by an attorney, I'm happy to appoint one to help you out. Would you like the assistance of an attorney today?
First of all, I've already filed my answer to the court. If you guys don't have my answer, then I don't know what to tell you.
So, sir, you do not want an attorney, is that correct? You want to represent yourself?
I am not the defendant. I think you need to look at the filings to the case. I need to speak to the prosecutor.
Your Honor,
For one,
I'm happy.
Sure,
I'm happy to speak to this individual.
So, Mr. Lockhart, I can let you speak to the prosecutor. We can put you in a breakout room together and you can see if you can work something out, okay?
I'm not Mr. Lockhart.
So if we can put the two of them into a breakout room, he's listed on the phone number. Okay, we will pass that matter. Recalling Village of Manchester versus Shannon Lockhart.
Victor Lillick for the Village of Manchester, Your Honor.
Let's see if he's figured
Sir, can
things
you
out.
state your name again? You're muted.
Hello, can you?
Could you state your name,
Hello?
again, please?
I'm a man commonly known as Shannon Malone of the Lockhart family.
Okay,
Not to
thank you.
confuse
Mr.
with the
Lilich, were you able, hold on, Mr.
He's also the artist formerly known as Prince.
Lockhart. Mr. Lilich, were you able to
my name is-
resolve this case?
Your Honor, I had a conversation with Mr. Lockhart in the breakout room. Thank you for that. We kind of danced around in circles a little bit. He doesn't think he's responsible for compliance with the laws of the state of Michigan regarding driver's licenses because he characterizes himself as some type of a corporate entity or as
That's not true.
transportating himself as a corporate entity.
Transportating. Oh, the stupid never ends. The stupid never ends. They've invented a new word, transportating. It's better than traveling. Transportating says it all. It really does.
And Your Honor, I don't know if he's filed anything with the court or not. I have not received anything, but I've seen these types of things before. I don't know.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Why don't you? This is Rob. He's got a channel called LawLumber. We met from hanging out with that Depp Heard case.
Yep, LawLumber, lawyer in Northern Virginia. Just seeing that Mike was watching some crazy hearings, and I needed a laugh today.
Good. I'm glad to have you by. Have you ever dealt with sovereign citizens?
No, I try to avoid them at all costs.
Yeah.
I have been physically in court when bailiffs have come in and surrounded the courtroom because the sovereign citizen case was coming up. But no, I have no interest in running into one in person.
Yeah, I've never dealt with one before, like a couple of years ago. But for all of you who don't know, Rob, you're in Fairfax, Virginia, right?
Yep, Fairfax County.
And these guys were raiding the courthouse and going there at ridiculous hours, like 8:00 at night to get into the courthouse the next day.
Yeah. Did you hear what happened to Runkle's stream last night?
I did. They took down Runkle's stream. You know what the problem is? It's just pushback because they lost the narrative and people are listening to LawTube more than the media.
Pretty much.
It's that simple. All right. Well,
yeah.
Well, we'll carry on because this guy's describing to the prosecutor how he's transportating.
Oh God. Okay.
Know if the court has. I don't, there's no way we're going to be able to resolve this, Your Honor, because he's not going to, he doesn't think you're responsible. I just set it down for a trial, Your Honor. I'll have the officer show up. We'll deal with it at that time.
Okay.
I have a question for the prosecutor.
Okay.
First of all, the plaintiff, I suppose, is not appearing, correct? And the plaintiff says that the prosecutor says that he don't have any first-hand knowledge of the case. So
I told him, I told Mr. Lockhart that I have a copy of the complaint.
Excuse me, I'm talking. He's cutting me off. He said he has no first-hand knowledge of the case. So I asked him, does he have is he a state licensed attorney? And he said yes. So I would like to see a state license because I don't believe one exists. So can you provide the court with a state license as an attorney for the plaintiff? And if you don't have one, you have no standing.
Sir, he is a licensed attorney.
He
does not.
Mr.
Lillich does not need to provide that to the court.
Thank you, Judge.
He is a licensed attorney in Michigan.
Is this a court of law?
Correct, sir.
So I'm supposed to presume this man that I've never met has standing in the courtroom.
Well, sir, you can, if you don't believe the court that he has standing, you're certainly welcome to look him up. He is a licensed attorney in good standing with the state of Michigan.
But he don't have to produce credentials.
He doesn't need to provide anything further to the court in order to practice here.
Oh, wow.
So it sounds like you weren't able to resolve anything with the prosecutor. Would you like to set, what kind of a trial would you like to set this for? In front of a jury or a judge?
I'm not setting anything. I'm not the defendant.
Sir, you're the person in this case.
I'm not the defendant. And if he want to go that route, he's violating my copyright information that I sent him about my trade name. He's violating.
Oh yeah. They're violating his copyright, Rob. You gotta know that.
What is he copywriting? What is he claiming?
I think it's his name. I don't know. It's really hard to follow their bad theories.
And he's the dude in this upper left corner.
No, he's right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. He's bottom left. Bottom left, Samuel Soto, that dude. Yeah, but I think they think they have a copyright on their name. They're really weird. They don't think the law applies to them, but then they have all sorts of crazy laws that apply to everybody else.
Maritime, right?
Yeah. It's good times.
My copyright on my trade name, and he's going to file. I'm gonna file a claim against him. If I got to come back and fight for this case, then I'm going to file a claim against him as well.
Okay, so what I can do is for final settlement conference, and that will be August 9th, 2022 at 1 p.m. That will be at the 14A4 District Court in Saline. That is an in-person hearing. Followed by jury selection, August 12th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. That will be at the 14A1 District Court in Pittsfield Township. Those are both in-person hearings. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, I do not.
Okay, you're all set for today. You're bonded.
Thank you, Judge.
State of
Okay, so that's weird, but you have bumped into sovereign citizens.
We get them. I mean, I saw him a long time ago, and the one that I did see, it was in Prince William County, and the dude was like 6'6". And the first statement he made was, I don't recognize the jurisdiction of this court to detain me. And his size was such that every bailiff came in there hands on hip. And it was just, yeah.
Well, you're doing civil stuff too, though, right?
I'm domestic mostly, like all domestic. So we don't see them there.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you see them in criminal courts because it's usually not always, but it's usually smaller stuff. Like they refuse to get a license, so then they're getting like driving while suspended and all this stuff.
Yep.
But I'm not, I'm not in criminal court.
Are those the guys that also don't they believe they can seize other people's property like by like piracy laws or something like that?
Oh yeah. Well, there are a couple of variants. You've got your more sovereign citizens, which is why I have a Fez, and They think that we're actually in Morocco.
Oh, cool.
But that
That's
just
fun.
adds to the fairy tale. So they basically adopt all sovereign citizen positions, but their justification is that we have usurped the nation of Morocco here.
Oh, okay. So
For
they're like
what basis? No one knows.
what are the crazy that sect of? I'll talk about it later. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
But yeah.
no, that's where we're at. All right. Well, this next one is actually kind of touching. I should have had a funnier one for Friday, but we're back to Judge Simpson, who I like, and he's just sort of has a touching thing. It's just a horrible. This is a hangout. I hope you have a beer with you or something.
I got water. I've been working all day. I've been up too late. Oh, okay.
Well, this one is just kind of a touching, and just a bad defense, a horrible defense of a traffic ticket. It's small stake stuff, but it's kind of fun. I really like this Judge Simpson.
He's a vibe.
Michigan.
You've seen him before?
No, I was watching your last clip, and I was just wanting to be in that courtroom watching him melt down.
Oh, that last one. The last one was funny. Yeah, it really was. He tried to hold back, but he couldn't help himself.
He was like, I can't right now. I can't. Just don't make me do this. Get off.
It was funny because it comes out during the hearing, which I didn't even realize. But he's like, we've been doing this for like 20 years. I'm like, dumb traffic matters.
Grant Montgomery.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
Grant Montgomery.
He is present. I think he's trying to unmute, Your Honor.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
He's here, Your Honor.
You're on
Thank
two
you.
devices.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just need one device, or the other one turned down. That's fine. That's fine. I'll stick with two places. All right.
Whoop. Where you go?
They just got off of the one device. The video left, but the other audio. Okay. Now they're on one device. Okay. All right. What are we doing in this case?
I am disputing a illegal passing ticket.
Ms. Kirby.
So I don't know if he's asking to have a formal hearing. My trooper is here, so we can hold it if that's what he would like. I was not aware.
Your Honor, Trooper Smith here. I'd be willing to offer impeding traffic to forego the formal hearing.
Okay. All right. Is that what you want to do, young man?
No, Your Honor.
No?
Yes.
No, Your Don't do that.
As you can gather, that's a fantastic offer. It's no points.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Your Honor, he does not want to plead
Who
down.
are you?
I'm his stepfather. I'm sorry.
Oh, get the hell out.
Okay.
The judge was so excited. He's like, that settles it.
Your Honor.
Fine.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, do you understand that an impeding is a non-reportable, no-point offense is what the trooper's offering?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you don't want to do that?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let me see. I'm going to pass this matter,
Yeah, please.
and then I will try to clear some stuff out. We'll have the hearing if that's what they want.
Oh, no.
Trooper Smith, if you could remain on the call then, please. Thank
So,
you.
so you do understand that so that you're aware. And what's the fine on that? So the impeding is 180, no points. That's what the troopers offer. What you're charged with is actually 3 points and $140.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm aware of that.
Okay, well, thank you for your knowledge. I am pointing that out to you so maybe you can factor that into your decision. Thank you.
Yeah,
This kid,
I'd be
does he
asking
really
for an
think he can
adjournment
win?
to June 1st so that I can obtain a discovery and hopefully enter into the appropriate negotiations with.
You want the 1st or the 8th?
Your Honor, I would prefer the 1st, quite honestly.
All right, that's fine. June 1st, 2022, 9 a.m. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. And if you wanted me to speak with Mr. Montgomery, was it Montgomery, about the impeding?
Sometimes people just whatever. So
Your Honor,
I'm just gonna let it.
I've done, I've handled about 3,000 or 4,000 truck driver tickets, so I know what it is.
I can only lead a horse to water.
I respect
Thank,
this.
thank you,
Your Honor.
14A District Court is back in session. Court does recall the case of People versus Grant Montgomery.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
State your name, please.
Grant Montgomery.
All right. This is formal hearing on a civil infraction of an improper passing citation. All right, you may proceed.
Oh, his mom looks like a Karen.
And the people would call Trooper Smith to the stand. Trooper Smith, can you please unmute and turn on your camera?
Yep, I'm unmuted. Just give me 1 second for the camera.
All right.
Did you ever do were you ever a public defender or a prosecutor?
No, but I've been in millions of courtrooms with the public defenders and prosecutors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
I'm surprised that they let the deputies and the cops negotiate their own downward deviations.
Yeah. Yeah, the cop just said I'll reduce the charge, which seems more of a prosecutor role, but it's only because it's small time stuff,
Yeah.
Oh, sir, Trooper Smith, you're up on behalf of the state.
All right. Can you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Dude, pause it. Look at the smile on that kid's face.
Kirby, you may
He's
proceed.
got something.
Yeah, it's really wild. You'll see the problem is the stepdad or whatever is backing this stuff up, just like you said.
Thank you. Trooper Smith, do you recall April 18th, 2022?
I do.
And do you recall where you were at approximately 8:39 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am. I was on patrol, Washtenaw County, Augusta Township,
Okay, and how are you employed?
through the Michigan State Police as a trooper.
And were you working that day?
I was.
And in what capacity?
As a law enforcement officer, state police trooper, ma'am.
And during that day, did you stop anyone around the time of 8 o'clock?
I did. I stopped one Grant Douglas Montgomery, approximately 8:30 p.m.
Yes.
And do you see Mr. Montgomery on the Zoom screen?
I do.
And can you identify what he's wearing, please?
He's wearing a gray button-up shirt.
Let the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant.
Without objection, record shall so reflect.
And what was the reason that you pulled over Mr. Montgomery?
Well, Washtenaw County Dispatch advised they'd received multiple 911 calls about two vehicles drag racing down Rawsonville Road, one being a gray Chevrolet HHR. So they advised that the gray Chevy HHR pulled into the Rawsonville and Willis BP station, and I happened to be in the area, so
this shows you how out of it I am. I've never even heard of an HHR. I don't even know what that is.
Told them I would look for the car, and I ended up finding the vehicle inside the BP station. Once the vehicle left the BP station, I initiated and turned southbound on Rawsonville Road. I initiated a traffic stop and made contact with Mr. Montgomery.
And why did you initiate the traffic stop?
Just due to the multiple 911 calls reporting drag racing in the area. It's a 2-lane road. It's fairly busy. Just wanted to stop and have a conversation with him about his driving and what was going on that evening.
And what road did you stop him on?
It was on Rossendale Road, but I believe he turned onto Judd Road, if I'm not mistaken, to pull off Rossendale to be safer.
And after speaking with Mr. Montgomery, did he make any statements admitting that he had admitting anything?
He did. While I was speaking with him, Mr. Montgomery advised that he was traveling southbound on Rossendale Road and came to a stoplight at Bemis Road. And he advised the car in front of him was moving fairly slow, so he utilized the left-hand turn lane to pass that vehicle, which is a double yellow line if you're headed southbound on Rossendale Road.
So you're allowed to use that lane as a passing lane?
You are not allowed to use that lane as a passing lane.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Montgomery, do you have any questions of the trooper?
No, Your Honor.
Yep.
Yes.
Wait, yeah, I don't know what the defense is.
Wait a minute.
Your Honor,
wait a minute.
may I
Is that
speak
Stepdad?
for my son?
Who's this?
No, you can't.
Okay.
You're not. Yeah, okay. Your son has no questions. What questions do you have, sir?
I can't believe I get it's a traffic ticket, but I can't even believe the judge is indulging this. It's a
No,
father.
I mean, that's shut up and sit down. Like, you know, and
right.
The officer wrote him a ticket for a civil infraction that he did not witness, and according to 257-742 Michigan compiled laws, he has to witness a civil infraction unless there's an accident involved.
oh my God.
We have video showing that the officer actually pulled him over about 15 minutes after he did pass somebody. We were advised to set up a formal hearing under the advice of my father, who is a retired detective, and we were under the understanding that we'd have the opportunity to speak with the prosecutor before going in front of a judge.
Oh, what do you want to? Do you want to talk to the prosecutor?
I would have loved to talk.
I mean, well, the problem is that how old is your son?
17.
All right.
Oh, you little shit! Like you piece of.
Why didn't your son ask to speak to the prosecutor?
Whenever he's in front of authority, he gets very nervous. I can't speak for him as far as that goes, but this isn't the first time. Whenever he's talking to an authority figure, he kind of breaks down and.
You mean like you?
Doesn't what? I'm sorry, Your Honor.
And doesn't. Okay. Here's part of the problem here. And I certainly will look at the section you want me to look at. But there's a bigger problem here. And maybe, sir, I'll ask you, did you have a conversation with your stepson about his activities that night?
Yes, Your Honor, absolutely.
And did that draw any concern for you?
Yes, yes, Your Honor, it did, but not specifically for the driving. It was his language in front of the police officer that bothered me the most.
But not the driving? I mean,
Your
why,
Honor,
why he came into contact?
I don't know what he did that would have been illegal, Your Honor. I have no proof of what he did.
Did you listen to what Trooper testified to? What were the complaints that led the Trooper there in the first place?
I do not know. I know that the Trooper says that it was drag racing.
Did you talk to your son about that?
Your Honor, I have browbeat my son about his driving
Yeah, at first when the officer pulled me over, he said drag racing, which made me initially nervous. I was like, I wasn't doing that at all. I don't understand where that's coming from, which that made me nervous for the rest of the conversation, which is why I fumbled on my words and didn't not really remember what I said.
One of the reasons why I did the vaccine was to protect my family. I was on the
Commercials.
fence. I got vaccinated.
I missed that one.
Your Honor, on our end, absolutely. I've had conversations with my son about this incident. He does have a dash cam in his car and a rear camera in his car. And at the end of every day, I'm reviewing those now going forward. That's what we are doing as far as making sure that he is driving appropriately and not causing any problems for anybody. You know, if the officer got complaints about drag racing, he absolutely did the right thing by pulling him over, but it's my understanding he cannot write a ticket for civil infraction that he did not witness, unless there's an accident involved.
Your Honor, Trooper Smith here, if I may.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see one.
We had received the multiple calls, as I'd stated, about the two vehicles drag racing, and specifically the vehicle that Mr. Montgomery was operating at that time. Drag racing is a misdemeanor offense, as we all know. So I was trying to give him a break and simply cite him for the civil infraction for the improper passing, to which he himself admitted to on scene.
No, I know what you were doing. I just am finding it amazing that a father doesn't see what you're doing.
Oh, I respect what the officer's doing, Your Honor. I do. I appreciate that.
Do you understand, sir, though, that he could have written, based upon the complaint, a misdemeanor citation for drag racing? Then,
No,
quite
Your
frankly,
Your Honor, it's my understanding that he did not.
wouldn't even, yes, he could. He absolutely could have found the, I deal with misdemeanors for 20 some odd years. If you're going to
Yes,
tell me that he can't, I'm going to tell you right now, he could have. He could have requested charges for a misdemeanor offense. Then the thing is that they go out and get the witnesses of the people that were complaining, which the officer was investigating.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then, so it's just amazing to me, because the cold-hearted reality of it is that then what ends up occurring is the trooper goes, and instead of doing that, because you wouldn't have to, if he got a drag racing ticket, you wouldn't have to worry about him driving for a long time.
Yes, Your Honor.
So instead of the trooper doing that, he has a conversation with your son, realizes something is going on there, gives him a break, writes him the ticket. I understood exactly what the trooper was doing. Sometimes with young people, whether they get nervous or not, you have to get their attention.
I love this judge.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's what the problem is here. Because if they can go back and get the witnesses, and they still may be able to, fine, you win this one, and then he gets on a drag race. And then what are you going to do? I mean, really, what are you going to do?
I hear what you're saying, Your Honor.
So then, and just to finish that thought, we get here today, and the trooper is then willing to even just lower it so it's no points, because the objective in some respects, one would think, has been served. And that is, Grant Montgomery, I got your attention. That operating a motor vehicle out there is a huge responsibility. That in the flash of doing something stupid, people are dead.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I don't know what you want to do. I will give you an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor if you want to speak with the prosecutor. But when the trooper got here and said that they give the impeding, because he's not trying to sink your son. The cold-hearted reality is, and if you ever sat and talked with some of these troopers that are out there now, all they want more than anything in the world is that given any night, and you know how 17-year-olds are, I've raised two of them myself. All he wants is to get your son's attention so that there isn't a day he doesn't come home.
Absolutely.
And maybe that's the perspective this should have been looked at.
Yes, Your Honor.
So now tell me what you want to do, because we can continue with the hearing. If you want to speak with the prosecutor, we'll put you into a breakout room. You can talk with Ms. Kirby and the trooper outside of my presence and then decide what you want to do.
I would appreciate that if that's okay, Your Honor.
Ms. Kirby, do you have any, I realize we're in the middle of the hearing. Do you have any objection with the trooper? You guys all go into a breakout room and speak?
No, Your Honor, but I would appreciate if Trooper Smith could be present as well.
Yes, that's what I was going to say, that Trooper Smith would go in with that. I mean, you know something, sir?
Yes, sir.
And I'll just say this. Maybe, because I mean, I guess these days we look at sometimes what police officers do and a lot of the bad things that happen and whatever. And myself having raised kids, you know, even my daughter's now 24. When she pulls out of that driveway, you're going to worry the rest of your life.
I understand, Your Honor. And like I said, my dad is a retired police officer, and he's the one who gave us this advice. So I grew up with a father who was a police officer as well, and I do.
What? A police officer gave you this advice to come and make a jerk out of yourself in court? I doubt it.
I'm surprised that Simpson didn't make him stand in front of where his son is standing right now. Like, his son's been stoic the whole time. Just make his ass sit in that seat.
You know, that's one of the worst things, and it's really cool. Like Judge Simpson is cool. This kid is not it's not a lost cause. He's a good kid. It's a bad parent right now. That's the issue. Because he needs a whooping is what he needs.
I do understand where you're coming from, and I understand what it feels like every time he pulls out of the driveway. And I got 3 more coming up behind him who are teenagers.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? With those 3 that are coming up behind him, here's the thing that you really need to think about. What you're going to want is you're going to want a trooper out there like Trooper Smith, that when something like that happens, he maybe just takes a moment, doesn't try to hammer them, but gets their attention.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the thing that's going to bring them back. And can you put Trooper Smith, Ms. Kirby, and Montgomery into a breakout room, please? All right. Everybody's back.
Yes, Your
Hey, Mike,
Honor.
pause it real quick.
After a brief conversation, Trooper Smith is much more gracious than I and is allowing a plea to impeding traffic.
Okay. All right.
So I will agree with that decision, given the fact that Trooper Smith is the one that had to sit on here extra time, and he is also the one that decided to reduce it in the first place. So I agree with that, and I respect that choice.
The Grant Montgomery matter. So Montgomery, do you admit responsibility to the fact that on April 18, 2022, location of Rossonville Road in Augusta Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you did operate a motor vehicle in a fashion in which you impeded traffic?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept that admission of responsibility.
So he gets there.
Anything you or your stepdad want to say before I impose fines and costs?
I want to say thank you to the court and to the officer.
Good answer.
Nice.
Welcome. Fines and cost of $180. When can that be paid? Yeah, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Young man, are you working? Young man, are you working?
I am working currently, yes.
Because I don't want stepdad's money. I want yours.
Then, yes.
So when are you going to pay it?
Within a week, sir.
Get it paid by May 31st.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And young man, do me a favor. And like I said, I'm a dad, so I don't know what you said to the trooper. Doesn't really matter to me. But realize that 17, you don't necessarily get it. You probably don't get it until you have little ones that look like you running around. So until you become a dad, you're not going to get it. That every time you step out of their sight, it's just pure worry. If my gut tells me you're probably doing something you weren't supposed to, that's okay. You're 17. You do that kind of stuff. But also consider it a blessing sometimes that you get stopped in the middle of that. Because if you spend a day in this court or a week in this court, you'd see a lot of families in pain because their kid doesn't come back. Bad things can happen. I realize you're 17. You believe that you're invincible, but believe me, the world can take you out in a second.
I understand that.
Okay. So do me a favor, drive safe. I plan on being here. I plan on hearing these cases in Washtenaw County for a long while to go. So problem is that when you come to somebody's attention, I'll remember you. It could be 10 years from now. I'll remember you. And I'll say, you're that little 17-year-old that was doing, okay, see? So now you're on my radar. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
All right. You guys take care. All right. Keep safe. Thank you. Ms. Kirby, thank you. Trooper, thank you. Is that it? 14A. Finally.
There you go. that was heavy for a traffic case.
Yeah, wait. Well, did you catch that it was the stepdad?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not speculating on what the custody decision was, but if dad had like partial legal or joint legal custody and stepdad stepped in and decided that he was going to be the hero and get my son.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that angle. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And the kid's otherwise a good kid. You can see it.
Yeah. And that's, I deal, a lot of my cases are in JDR, and a lot of these kids that are in there, they make really stupid decisions. And you'll like this one. So in the front of every one of the courtrooms in General District Court, when they have traffic days, they put up a big map of the county. And on that map, they have dots all over it. And the dots are where all the DUI, the drunk alcohol influenced accidents occur.
Right.
And they have blue ones for the ones that are life-threatening injuries, and red ones for the fatalities. So every time that a DUI comes up, the judge makes the person look at the map.
Well, that is cool.
Fatalities in the calendar for the past year.
It puts it in your face.
Yeah, dude.
Puts it in your face. Yeah, this was a little break from our all our fun over there. For you guys who don't know, go over there and check it out. He's got a channel. It's brand new. He's absolutely killing it. He had a huge viral video about that. And like, I'm sure you'll do a bunch of other stuff, but you just launched your channel in the midst of the Depp Heard hysteria.
Well, yeah. And then I did a video this week with Spidey from the Behavioral Arts.
Uh-huh.
And he just released that one this morning. And we did a breakdown of just how the jury responded, and then the body language stuff from the jury and from Vasquez and from Heard when she was on the stand. And that video he released this morning is showing 500,000 views.
Jeez. I know.
So,
I know that case is hot. But that's what's going on, and it's weird too. Did you see what's going on with Runkle and everything, where they're like attacking the live streams?
I was on it. I was on that. Because he was staying at my house when he was doing this.
Right.
So he was upstairs, and I took him out to dinner because he got the 100,000. He got 100,000 subscribers. So he came home. And I took him out to dinner to kind of celebrate with him because he flew back to Canada today. So we get back from dinner, and this guy's operating on like 3 hours sleep. So I said, "You're going to live stream?" He goes, "Yeah." So I was like, "All right, well, you do it up here. I'm going to go into the shop." So we get set up and we get going. And I start looking down at the chat, and all of a sudden there's 15,000 people in it.
Right.
And then it turns to be 11 o'clock at night, and there's 37,000 people in the chat. And
11 o'clock at night.
11 o'clock at night, 37,000 people in the live chat. So we go through this. DUI guy jumps on. We're talking about being in court and the experience and the dumpster fire that was yesterday in the Amber Heard case. And Runkle goes and logs off, signs out, and he goes to publish it to his channel. Well, he then looks over at his YouTube channel. He's like, for some reason, it's not publishing. And I look down at my phone, and I've got comments on my videos from people who were like, I was watching midstream and all of a sudden it went dark. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then
that's a directed hit.
He said he goes and it says the video was made private, and then he goes to appeal it, and he clicks appeal, and a window pops up that says appeal not available. Yeah. So we blew up Twitter and just went on this rampage against YouTube. Like, what the hell, you guys? You guys took down a stream that was 37,000 people deep discussing legitimate trial. I mean, this is
and I know these guys because I've been on the panel with them. I mean, DUI guy's been on with me before, even the panel and stuff. So these are like rational people. They're not spouting lunatic things here. These are attorneys who are eminently reasonable. There's no like outrageous profanity, or there's nothing crazy going on. There's no good excuse for this.
No, one of whom, Ian Runkle, was sitting in that courtroom gallery as an attorney, sitting in that courtroom gallery every day except Tuesday this week.
Well, and I haven't met him in real life like you, but I have been around and on panels with him, and he's like one of the nicest guys I can think of.
Yeah. So anyways, we finally, Rekieta sends us a link so that we can go off and spew off for a bit. And if you haven't checked out his video from last night, there's some fiery language from yours truly, Joe Neiman. Like,
well, sure. Well, at that point, you've been provoked.
Words.
Yeah. And Rekieta, God bless him, that's the perfect spot for it too, because he didn't care.
Yeah, no, you can do that on his channel.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, thank you for coming by. That's really fun.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. Next time, you do this every Friday.
Yeah, I do a happy hour, and it's just that, like you see Judge Simpson. I just like him. That last one was probably probably too deep for a Friday happy hour. The other ones are funny.
That was a good way to end it. That was a feel good.
It was a feel good. That was good stuff. All right, my man. Thank you. I appreciate you coming by. That was really fun. It was funny too. You guys don't know this, but Rob and I were both there, and Alita tries to get us on Twitter, and both of us are like, "What the hell?" So it's midstream, and I'm like, "I'm going to send him on Twitter. I don't know how to get it to him, and I'm not sure he's going to figure it out." But we put it together.
I don't know how to Twitter. I have 21,000 followers, and I don't know how to Twitter. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you're killing it, my man. Everybody go over to LawLumber and click on it. There's lots of stuff. It is all Depp Heard, but that's just when he started. There will be a lot more. Trust me.
Yeah, tons of it. And if any of my followers came over here to check out Mike, subscribe, please. Let's get him some more views.
All right. I love it. Have a good weekend. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back soon.
All right. See you, buddy.
All right. Bye.